Hello everybody to lesson 42 of JavaScript for Active Design course. In this lesson we will know the second element of BOM, which is Browser Object Models, which is about the location and the history. We will know in this lesson how to navigate between the back and forward in the browser, in the same windows you have opened, and also we will know some information that we could get from the browser when we have, for example, surfing a specific web page. So let's go to the code and see what we have. For example, here I have created a pattern, which is the previous lessons pattern, and here a simple function. Okay, so inside this function I will, for example, print a window.location href, which will returns the href, means the URL of the current page. For example, I will say alert, and here I will write, for example, URL, okay, and plus, and here I will say window dot location, okay, dot href. So save it, semicolon, and when we save and refresh, we will see the following. When I click, it will open the following URL, which is over here, file if I don't know what, which is a local file. Okay, so great. So in this case we could know the URL of the current page we use it, even if we are online or offline. The second element is the host name. It will return the domain name of our web host. For example, I will say location dot host name to return the name of the host. We have it over there. So open the host is not, there's no host, no domain. Means why we have no domain? Because we are in the local host and we haven't assigned that to the server in the local host with the specific domain. The second one would returns the path name. We have it, so path name. So what is the benefit of host name? The host name will returns the domain. So if you need to ensure that the host name of the browser of the window or the website that you are visiting is the right website, for example, I will say here, I'll delete this alert for now, just to show you what you could use with these things. So I will say here if window.localhost.host name, okay, then equal the host name, for example, that I have it, صفحة, for example, tick. If they are the same, do the action and go and browse and do whatever you want. Else, don't browse and stop. So this could help you to to secure your accessing to the browsers, to the websites, so that you could only access the website that you are sure that the host name is the same and the protocol, for example, the HTTP is with specific element that you wanted. So the next is the path name, which will returns the path and the file name of the current website. For example, I will say path name, save it, and we refresh and click, it will print the path name. We have it over here, which is the صفحتك and the F folder, the F disk, and so on. It's the following thing. Great. Okay, so the next thing we will know the protocol. So we'll open protocol, which will print the protocol we have it, which is HTTPS or HTTP or file. So in our case we are using the local host, so it will print file. Okay, URL file. We'll delete the URL, we don't need it. Okay, save it. It will print only file. So file means we are browsing from the local host. Great. The second element would be what? Would be the assign, which means we could assign these elements. Let's delete the alert and this one too. So the assign means we could assign another. We could assign, for example, another script over here, and when we click, it will run that script. For example, over here, I will go to the path of the file and I will assign, for example, listen 01. For example, this lesson. Let's see what we have over there. It's a simple embed. Okay, we have only a frame which contains the video. We have it for that lesson. So I'll go here and I'll say let's see, it should be the same spelling game. It should be lesson, okay, then 01 dot html, save, semicolon, and save it. When we click, it should assign that that HTML file to be run and to be executed. Let's click open. Okay, it executed and returned back. So when I return back, when we click, it will assign the HTML. We have it over there and open it. Great. So this is how to use the assign with the the window and location. The second element would be the navigation. How to navigate between one element to another. I will call this function, I will call it for back and back func, okay, and I will see here back, and I'll create another element. I will call it forward. Save. Let's see here, what do I have? I have back and forward, two buttons, one to go back one step and the second is to go forward one step. Okay, so let's say the following. I will add, for example, a button. I will call the ID, which is back btn, and the second will be forward btn. Great. So in click, I need the back func. Let's duplicate it. Let's see, we have here forward func. Let's leave it small, forward function, back function. Great. So in the back function, I will call this function, and in the forward button, I will call the forward function. Okay. So when we click, we will call the function that we have it over there. So when I click back, I will call the function of the back function, and forward, I will click the forward function. Okay, so what I could do now, I could do, there's no need for the ID, by the way, because we have access with the onClick event. So now if I need to do something, for example, with the history, for example, imagine that I have visited many websites, many elements. For example, I will create here a button that I could navigate to another website, another web page. I will say here button or link. href would be the lesson, sorry, it's capital 01. Let's see 01, which is 01 dot, oh, it would be, is it that one? Save it. Let's say go to file, go to page, save. Let's try, is it working or not? Okay, it's working. And then over here, over there, I'll write another button. Over here, I'll write another button which will say back, or another a link. I will say href. Let's go back to the JavaScript lessons. Okay, and I'll see go to JS. Save it. Let's refresh and see if it is exist. Yes, it is over here. When I click, I will go back, and here. So why is this? This is just to create a history. Okay, so now I have history. I moved from go to JS to go to page and forward. So when I click on back and forward, we have a history. So back and forward, which we will use them now, is dealing with the history that we have it over there. So if we have history and we have dealt with many, we have solved many websites or many pages, it will be able to navigate through these pages. So first of all, I will create the for example the back, which is the back button. I will say window.history.back. So in the back function, I will say window.history dot back. So means go one step back. So when I refresh, and I refresh now, when I go back, it will go back. Okay, great. Let's duplicate these things over there. Okay, let's see these buttons and the same script. I'll put them in the place over there. Let's see the forward. The forward functions is the same. We will see window dot history dot forward, semicolon, save it, refresh. I go back, refresh. When I click forward, he will go forward. So let's tell you something here. I will copy the same elements so that we could navigate from one place to the another. I will go over here, and I will see in the button, where is the body here, and I'll put this element over there, save it, then refresh. Okay, here when I click back, he will go back, so he will go back to the last step I have it. When we click forward, he will go forward, but because we are using the same window, you will not notice the difference. But now when I click forward, he will go to the page that we have visited the last time. I think if we continue, okay, if we continue it, he will find the last page we have visited, which is no page we have visited at the end. But when we click back, he will go back and back and back many times until it gets to the last to the last page we have it, for example here. So from here we have started and we have visited that page, then we have visited the next page. So it's like what? It's like the array. It's like, for example, like a queue. So we have many elements over there. For example, we visit page 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, for example. When we are in 5, we couldn't go forward. We couldn't go to 6 because we haven't visited 6 yet. But we could go back to 4, to 3, to 2, to 1. Then from 1, we couldn't go back, but we could go forward. Okay? So like here. If we are here, and let's go another step back. Okay, now we are at the end, means at 1. There is no back page that we have visited, but we have visited forward, then the last one. Now we couldn't, I'm sorry, there's a lot. So now we couldn't go to forward pages because we have arrived to the last page we have visited. So I hope this lesson was easy and helpful. It is simple to use it, and it sometimes needs a creative idea to use these things with. So thanks for listening and watching, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.